Well, this ought to make for an exciting and interesting video. Got totes, buckets, fishnet, boots. Today we're heading down to rescue some fantail koi at my in-laws' house. So this morning we're heading off on a road trip to Autumn's parents' house, and we're going to go down and try and capture some of these koi that they're in their koi pond and rescue them and relocate them to a new pond. And we'll explain a little more when we get down there, but I've got some help today. I've got Autumn and I've got my son Hunter in the back seat here. It's a beautiful Sunday morning, and we're going to go down and I'll give you a little more of the backstory on this koi pond and these fish and why we're relocating them. We're almost to Autumn's parents' house, and they live quite a ways back in the woods here. Pretty remote, pretty far out, not very close to much of anything, but beautiful scenery back through here down the dirt road. And you will understand a little more of what the problem or the nuisance is that we've got to deal with. All right, so we've made it down here to Autumn's parents' house. And if you guys aren't familiar with what one of these things are, why, this should start giving away the plot to the story here. And this is a bear cage, and the Game Commission brought this out because of the issue that Autumn's dad has been having with a bear. And yeah, that bear got into their koi pond and it ate a couple of their beautiful fantail koi that they have. So he called the Game Commission and said, hey, could you please come and trap and relocate this bear? So they brought this trap in, and it is not set or open right now. They use bird seed to attract the bear to try and catch it. But what they told us is they close the trap up when they can't come. So it is a Sunday morning. They won't be here to check it, and they do check it daily. So that's why it's shut today, and I'm sure somebody will be back tomorrow to open it up. But we're going to head on down here to the koi pond. All right, so we're down here at the koi pond that Dick and Ellen had put in, oh, what do you think, Dick? Maybe 15 years ago? 20 years ago? So they put this koi pond in, and it's got a rubber liner in it. And I think this is maybe the second or third iteration of the koi pond. You had to put a liner in it prior to this. And about 10 years ago, I think, I built a bridge for Autumn's mom, so she could come down here and Dick and Ellen could enjoy looking into the koi pond at the fish. And they've got this decorated and landscaped up really nice and all that. And it was just an absolute shame. But what happened was a rather large black bear came in and got into the koi pond. And I'm not sure if you can see it, but it got in here and it tore that liner all up. And now the water is leaking out of the liner. And the problem with that is that bear knows that there's food in here now. So it'll be back to keep eating the fish and all that. They've always had anywhere from 10 to 20 koi in here, and some really beautiful ones. But that bear has got in and destroyed this, and you can see how the water level has gone way down. And what happened was when it tore that liner out of there, the water has now gotten in behind the liner and is up underneath it, so that makes it extremely difficult to fix this. Plus, it's a ton of work to maintain this, so we're going to go ahead and get the remaining koi out of here and relocate them to a beautiful pond. And that was one of the stipulations for us doing this, is Autumn's mom said that they've got to go to a very, very nice pond. So I called a friend of mine who has been in videos before, has a very beautiful pond. And we're going to go ahead and relocate him into his pond where there are some other koi. and I think we'll live a happy, long life there. So now comes the fun part of trying to catch these buggers, which ought to get interesting and exciting all in once. So I got my helpers here, and we're going to fill up some totes with water, get those all ready beside the pond here. And as we catch them, we'll put them in the tote, put them in the truck, and then we've got to scoot back home to take them to the other pond. So let the games begin. But first, I wanted to give a little backstory on the koi pond. At the age of 60 plus years old, Dick wanted to take a rhododendron bush out of the yard, and his wife Ellen really didn't want him to. And he made her an offer and said, "If you let me take the rhododendron bush out, I will dig you a koi pond." And she kind of just rolled her head and said, "Yeah, right, you'll never do that." And I think he really surprised her when he went out back and actually hand dug the entire koi pond. Again, at the age of 60 plus years old, put this beautiful koi pond in and proceeded to do all the plantings and everything else around it. So for many years now, they've enjoyed this koi pond, and it's been a staple of their yard and the landscape around their house. So we're draining some more of the water out of the pond here to make it a little easier to get them all down towards the deep end. I don't know how well you can see through the water there, but they're kind of all gathered into a deep hole there, swimming around. There's been probably a foot drained off already. So they know something's going on. They know the water's getting drained out, but that way we can make it a little easier to try and catch them things. Oh, it's going to be a challenge. We got two small ones. Not yet. I don't want to muck up the water. Another medium-sized one.
Two there.
Pretty darn quick.
Let him swim right into it there, yeah. There you go.
How did he get out of there?
You already have one in there, don't you?
Yeah, you do. know that's. Oh, he's right here.
Yeah,
honey.
I see him. I have a reflection that.
There you go.
Oh, I thought he swam right into it.
I thought he did too. Oh, there's still like 3 of them. Oh, look at that one. I thought he swam right into it then. Oh, that'll have to go into
Oh, you got 2 there.
Yeah.
The other little guy's still in there.
Oh, he's a big one. You want me to plug it back in there?
Yeah. We'll see what's left.
Should be it.
How many do you think you had? 15.
Yeah.
So you think the bear got 4 of them, so there's
I know
11.
the one for sure was laying out here. He got that one.
It was laying out in the yard there, you said. Yeah, so we've got 11 here that we were able to catch. We're going to go ahead and drain the rest of the pond down some more, just to make sure there wasn't one hiding somewhere that we might have missed. And I guess it worked out pretty well. I didn't want to get into the water if I didn't have to, because that'll just stir it up and make it harder to see and be murky in there. So we're going to go ahead and drain the rest of this off, and I guess see if there's anything left in there. But got them all caught in the totes. Some of them pretty beautiful fish. They're hard to see in the water here, but we'll go ahead and get these things all loaded up and take them to their new home.
Hey, there's another fish in there.
Another fish.
Okay. Get that on them.
Right by the bricks.
We're at
Right beside the bricks.
that side.
Right next to the cord and the pump and everything that's going to make it difficult to get out.
Which side?
That side.
Where I'm at?
Yeah.
I sure don't see one.
I just saw him with me.
Oh, it's down in there.
Say, I was positive I just saw it.
Yeah, there's his tail right
Yeah, I see it.
Can you step in there or not?
Not that I just took my boots off. Hunter, why don't you step in there? You got boots on. Just be very careful. It's going to be slippery. You don't want to be the star of the show.
That would be pretty deep.
Well, I'm going to sink past my boots if I step all the way in, Dad.
Dick, can you come over here and push down on this side? Worry about where my net's at. Out a little ways. There you go. Push down right there. Oh, you little jerk. You just switch the sides. Stay there. Don't let him come back around. Where'd he go? Oh, he's right there. Hold on. Pump's in the way.
There you
Got
go.
him.
I only took a shower this morning.
Didn't fall.
All right, we got them all, I think. I don't see any more, do you?
No, I didn't.
So, stand corrected, there was 12 in there, so the bear only got 3 of them. Well, Dick, I know you're going to miss them. It's been a lot of hard years and a lot of hard work on that, huh?
Yeah, but they're going to a good home.
Yeah. And we'll have video documentation of it for you and Ellen to watch as we release them and all that. So,
And we'll come back and help you clean this up.
Oh, you don't have to worry.
Well,
yeah.
I got equipment that can do it.
So we're going to go ahead and, I know Ellen really didn't want to be down here to watch them leave because they were her pets, and definitely not a fun day to see them leave, but...
Yeah, but they can't stay in them containers too long.
Yep. Now we'll get them back home and into the pond. And
all right, give me a hug goodbye. Heather's hugging Mom. I'm going to put these in your garage, and then I'm going to give Mom a hug and get out of here.
all right, well, we're all loaded up, and we're going to get these things back to the new big pond to where they can make some new friends.
Thanks so much. I appreciate this.
Oh, that's no problem. And we'll be back to get it taken care of and cleaned up and on to its next journey. Here's another reason why the Game Commission's coming up, because that bear, and I don't know if you can see it on here. Let's see if I can't get it into focus, but there's 3 paw prints on this glass. There's a couple there, one there, and one there. So that bear, and actually there's another one right there. It's a good sized bear, but it come over here and was looking in the garage also to see what it couldn't get out of there too. But so hopefully they'll catch that bear, and fortunately they won't eat any more of their fish. I'm gonna get those taken care of, but it's a beautiful property here, and Dick and Ellen take such good care of it. So we want to just help them out by getting the fish back to a safe home, and hopefully in soon to come that trap will be full with a bear that they can relocate. So now we're heading for the journey home. All right, so we need to acclimate the fish. So what we're going to do is we'll set them in the water in the totes. That way the water either warms or cools this water, and it may take a half hour, may take an hour, I don't know. But you got to acclimate them, and then we'll slowly add a little water from the pond into these. And then once they're, I guess, look like they're stable, that the water is about the same temperature, then we'll just dump them and release them. How are you?
How we doing today?
Good.
What an awesome little gift.
Yeah. All right, so these fish are going to Brian's house here, and we've been to this pond before. We actually did a video on it way back on Adam's channel for the beautiful ponds that were around when he was looking to build his. So when Autumn's parents said that they couldn't keep these fish anymore, you were the first place I thought. So
Happily taken.
So we're gonna let them acclimate for a little while here, and then let them go.
Awesome.
Unless there's some in there you don't like, so maybe go take a look at them, see what you
Check
think.
them out. Yeah, these are gonna fit in nicely. How many do you think there is total? 12 of them?
Now, do you feed fish out here once in a while?
I did when I had a lot of fish in here.
Yeah.
I fed them all the time. The kids love it.
Yeah, well, these were all hand fed, so
All right.
if you want the kids to come out and feed them, that would probably be nice.
Yep, we can do that.
So now it's a waiting game. Let's let them wait and go from there. So I want to just give you a quick look at the pond, and this is also for Autumn's parents, so they can see that their prized pets are going to a nice home. And this pond is, I'll bet about 15, 18 feet deep, because I was actually here when they drained it. And he's got a beach over here, and if you follow around here, there is fish everywhere. And I'll see if I can't find the big koi that's already in here. So I'm over here in this end on the dock. There's a standpipe there. And I can actually see that big koi heading this way. He's swimming around the top of the water over here. Let's see if I can zoom in on him. Don't know if you guys can see him there or not, but he's right at the top. It's a big white koi. There's a couple more koi down here that are swimming around. I honestly don't know if the camera can pick them up. They're down in there, and so I think this will be a perfect home for those fish as they're acclimating over there on the beach. All right, so they've been acclimating here a while. We're going to go ahead and just take a little bit of water from the pond, and we're just going to dump a little bit in the totes, just to slowly get them used to this water. And the last one here. Bunch of bikers going by. Must be out for a beautiful Sunday trip. I think we're about ready to start letting them go. It's been close to 45 minutes. The water temperatures are very much the same. We have introduced some of the pond water into these. I actually used to own saltwater fish, so I understand the process of acclimation and all that. But I think we're going to go ahead and start letting these go.
So many days is yet to come. Too many times has come to pass. Too many moments put aside. Getting out alive, getting out alive. Writing letters in the sand. Lost to ocean's gentle hand. Through the sunrise I will thrive. Getting out alive, getting out alive.
There's two in this one.
When you find that open door, you gotta let them love you more. Tender hearts will always fight the darkness of the light.
This one's another big, beautiful fantail.
When you find that open door, you gotta let them love you more. Tender hearts will always fight the darkness of the light.
Three of them in here. One in here.
The darkness of the light. The darkness of the light. The darkness of the light.
There's three more in that one. So there goes 11 fish, 11 beautiful koi into the pond, and I'm thinking that they're probably going to enjoy it around here. So what do you think, Autumn? You've seen your dad and mom absolutely love these fish over the years, and now you get to see them swim off here. I know it probably makes you sad that they've left the home you grew up in, but
Well, I mean, just sad for my parents. You know, my mom loved them, but I think they have a great home and they're going to be happy here.
yeah. Well, your parents are going to see this video, so you're allowed to tell them you love them and they're at a good place now.
Oh, they're definitely at a good place, and they know that I love them.
So I think that's going to end the video of the capture and release of the koi, and I know this was pretty emotional for Autumn's parents. Like I said, it was their pets, and they've raised these fish for many years now. So hope you enjoyed this video. Give me that thumbs up. Yeah, it was a little bit something different, but I like to change it up on the channel. You guys keep you thinking of what's coming next. Hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you again on the next one. Thanks.